Hello and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. Today we are going to be expanding on my last video, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that first since you need a little bit of background for this, since I'm going to be going into some more deeper details. But we are going to be going in and expanding on what I said yesterday and making the final predictions. So, right now, we are looking at the current radar, and right now we are seeing a cold front and a stationary front along the east coast, two low pressures, one in South Carolina, which is a weaker low pressure, than our main low pressure down here off the coast of Jacksonville. Now, this storm system is starting to move north and starting to mature just a little bit. It is still in its infancy as a low pressure system, but we are starting to see it mature just a little bit more than we were earlier. Now, as this storm continues to move up the coast, it will be continuing to mature, and we will be seeing that bombogenesis that I was talking about yesterday, that rapid intensification. So, in terms of alerts, we have blizzard warnings posted for Maine, as well as Massachusetts, the entire state of Rhode Island, southeast Connecticut, Suffolk County, Long Island, like the eastern part of Long Island, eastern parts of New Jersey, eastern Delmarva, but in particular the southern part of Delaware, as well as the eastern parts of Maryland and Virginia. We also have winter storm warnings from Maine through New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, with winter weather advisories in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, as well as New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, North Carolina, and South Carolina, with some more winter storm warnings in the North Carolina upper elevations as well. So, models. We have not seen a huge shift in terms of the models, but just slightly back east. So the NAM is showing here that light snow, and then we see that filtering in of that low pressure, heavy snow from down in the Delmarva up to about Rhode Island and Connecticut. This is around 1 a.m. Saturday. Then we see that heavy snow continue to filter north, moving toward Boston, but the heaviest snow in Long Island, southern Connecticut, eastern New Jersey, as well as southern Massachusetts as well. Then we see this storm continue to intensify with strong snowfall in parts of Cape Cod. That's the strongest snowfall that you'll see. And then parts of Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, and New York seeing that as well. This is the band here that will be the heaviest snow of the storm, but that will be staying off the coast mostly. Then we move into, this is right around 10 a.m. Saturday, where parts of the back end will be, wrapping things up. So areas such as New Jersey, parts of upstate New York, Vermont, parts of New Hampshire will be done, but Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, as well as New Hampshire will still be in the thick of it. And now we are at our kind of peak phase of this storm, as we do have heavy snow from New York City up into Maine, and that snow on the back end, so such as New York City, parts of Connecticut, will start to wrap up. This is right around 4 p.m., but areas of eastern Connecticut, parts of Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine are still seeing the thick of it. Then we just see this storm's kind of last laugh as it is matured, peaked. We see that bombogenesis has already gone through, that rapid intensification is done. It has some occlusion to it. It's a mature storm, and it's going to start to decline at that point. In terms of snowfall, the rates will become lower as the storm starts to weaken yet again. So, in terms of snowfall totals, we do have the NAM here with a 1 to 3, 3 to 6, that buffer zone here in parts of Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, down into Maryland, Virginia, the Delmarva. 6 to 12 from parts of the eastern Delmarva, Philadelphia, the southeast Pennsylvania area, most of New Jersey, southeast parts of New York, excluding Long Island, very western Connecticut, but even with that, I think you guys will be seeing right around that foot, so we're really not going to count that. Parts of northwest Massachusetts, as well as parts of Vermont and New Hampshire. In terms of 12 to 24, Maine, most of Maine, most of New Hampshire, most of Massachusetts, most of Connecticut, all of Rhode Island, all of Long Island, and eastern New Jersey in that 12 to 24 inch range. And then 24 plus, we have a little blip on the map here in Long Island, but I'm just going to consider that 24 inches and keep that with the 12 to 24. Then you have that area that I was talking about yesterday in that 2 foot plus range. And Boston could even see 2.5 feet of snow. Now, in terms of other models, there's some shifts, but generally, if you live in any of the areas that I just exclaimed in 6 to 12, 12 to 24, or 2 feet plus, you're going to get at least 6 inches guaranteed from all of these models. 6 inches is guaranteed at this point. It's just, at this point, we're looking at, even with like the NAM 3 here, the NAM 3 for this western side is a little bit weaker because it has that banding further east and some drier air out west. But again, this just comes down to banding, and at that point you just can't predict that unless you're looking at the HRRR hour to hour. Now the HRRR at the current hour, this is its more long-term hour where it goes up to 48 hours, 48 to 84 hours. But primarily we're seeing, that foot of snow, maybe even more than a foot on Long Island, as well as more than a foot in Maine, right around 2 feet on Long Island, 2 feet in Maine, and close to 2 feet in Boston, but a general foot for all of those areas that I put in that 12 to 24 inch range earlier. So that's it. That is the storm. I hope you all enjoy the snow today. I know I sure will. But thank you guys for taking this ride with me. This has probably been one of the most fun storms to forecast and see all the very slight changes. We saw blips of nothing, blips of everything. It was a crazy roller coaster, and I enjoyed riding it with all of you. But that is all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video and my entire coverage of this storm, click the subscribe button and the bell icon because I practically do this for every winter storm. So stay tuned here for our next winter storm, which could be in the Midwest and potentially dump 1 to 2 feet there as well. So stay tuned for that. But that's all the information that I have for today and for this storm. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.